Well, we've gone over. Hey everyone,
Hello.
Welcome to IRL in the Tiki Hideaway with Jerfo.
Oh my gosh, this is so imposing. I really, I don't know what to say. I'm rather speechless, but it's great to be here. This place is amazing.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
What, you're not imposing. This is wonderful.
Okay.
We asked you to be here.
Okay. Well,
You didn't just like call.
not imposing. Well, yes. Like I just barged. Happened to pull in the driveway and like, hey, going on? No, more so like, wow, this is, first of all, it's an incredible setup. And, it's, intimidating is a better word. Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
don't be intimidated.
Okay.
This is just, what panic does to you.
Okay.
This is what happens. I panic garden, and I do things over the top. Somebody's like, hey, can you draw me a nice picture of a flower? I'm like, oh, just hold this. Let me go and plant 87 of them, and then I will then draw that. But then that won't be good enough, and I'll have to make a bigger one that's life size, and also I'll have to probably sculpt it out of like soap, and then it's like a whole thing.
Of course.
Yeah.
So we have the stream up on delay, and I had to double check around me to make sure that there weren't these flaming lit torches around me. I honestly couldn't tell. That's how kind of out of my element I am. Anyway, it's great to be here. Hi.
Hi. Yes, there is, and look, I did make it so we have two views. We got this one there, and then if I push this button, you can see a little bit more of the space. It is on a little bit of a delay.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
Right, yeah. So, but you can see a little bit more of the space, so people can see like where we are, kind of what's going on behind us a little bit. But yeah, so
nice.
This is the Tiki Hideaway.
I love it.
Yeah, we want to do more here, but...
Oh, I see. Okay, there we are.
Yeah.
It's us from the past. Hello, past us. We look so happy and content.
I think we still do.
Okay.
But yeah, it's thank you so much for the gifted sub there.
Thank you for the gift of Stream Elements.
Oh, Jason. I love him. I love that guy. Melvin got stuck in the workshop.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a tiny workshop. He got stuck in there.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's tiny.
It's very tiny.
Yep.
Yeah. When we, Irene Pena has a late night date night with her and Hippo, and Jason and I were forced to have date night any night that we, because it's like you either have date night or, you just have like sit next to each other angry night.
Well, I was about to say, so have either of you like intentionally gone in, like overloading on garlic or something like that, just to, put the other one at a disadvantage in one way or another?
I don't.
Maybe a little extra cologne. Annie! Hi, Annie!
Hi! I haven't, but I can't speak for Jason.
Okay.
He might, if he tried, he didn't do a very good job at it.
Right.
I haven't noticed it.
Because that's what I heard, like, Jennifer Lawrence did that to, was it Chris Pratt in one of her movies? Where, like, she had, like, the most disgusting garlic and onion sandwich possible, like, right before a kissing scene. And, yeah. Just to test his acting chops.
Yeah.
Luke, how you doing, buddy?
Friends, I cannot scroll back to see who's here, but thank you so much, all of you, for being here tonight. We really appreciate you joining us here in the Tiki Hideaway.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jason and I don't have any kissing scenes in our show.
Perhaps it's for the best.
Probably.
Okay.
Probably. It would be rather difficult. There's a hammock involved, and there's some microphones in the way. Also, there's like it would just be really awkward. My camera or yours, like it's a whole thing.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
But let's talk about you for a minute.
Okay. This is going to be the most awkward part. Go ahead.
Okay. So, Jerfo the Music Addict.
Yeah.
That's a really long name.
It is. I wish there was something I could do about it. So here's so I'll start with the Jerfo part.
Okay.
So as some of you know, my name is Jeff. Way back in high school, one of my buddies and I, because we were the incredible nerds that we would.
You mean cool kids?
No, we were nerds. This is back before nerds had sort of breached into coolness.
Okay.
So yeah, this was pre-coolness nerd.
All right.
That's how old I am.
No, I mean I'm pretty much that old too. I was just trying to pretend.
So no, there's no need. There's no need for pretenses here. So he, my buddy and I would call each other via modem. So it was kind of like, proto instant messenger, but a literal instant messenger, because the second that you typed any character, it would show up on the other person's computer, or a fraction of a second later, whatever. So one day we were doing this, and he accidentally mistyped Jeff as Jerf, and he thought it was so hilarious that he just kept doing it. And then we got back to school the next day, and he started calling me Jerf in the hallways. So it stuck. It absolutely stuck. And then at the same time, Saturday Night Live had that Rob Schneider character who went Steve-O Rama.
Yep.
So Jerf became Jerfo Rama, Jerfo Ringding, Jerfo Rahu, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So that's how Jerfo came about. The Music Addict came about because of my YouTube channel, which was the Synthesizer Addict. Because for quite a few years, my way of kind of dealing with, having to slog through a day job was to collect just mounds and mounds of synthesizer gear. So I figured what better way to do something practical with all that gear than to create a channel called the Synthesizer Addict. And then over time, I sort of, oh, hello, me.
Jason is pushing buttons. Oh, gosh.
So that's okay. That's okay. We're getting our 20-second delay in here. How's everybody doing? So,
all right, he
anyway,
got it.
Much better. Much better. No worries.
No, he didn't. Oh, my gosh.
So, wow, that is incredibly distracting. Like, if you ever want to shut somebody up, just okay, there we go. That works.
Oh, my goodness. Continue, please.
So, I kind of relaunched my channel, and I realized that Synthesizer Addict was too specific. I kind of wanted sort of everything music. So there would be some synth stuff, some guitar stuff, some actually playing and performing, some videos about, like, for example, one of the videos on my channel now is about this crazy laser turntable, plays records using lasers rather than a stylus.
Wait, so pause.
Yes, paused.
So, if it's not you, does it... Okay. I love vinyl.
Yeah.
So this is we need to pause. Okay, so if it doesn't use a needle, can it play all vinyl?
There are some restrictions. Has to be black vinyl or very, very, very dark vinyl that basically looks black. Like, for example, the Police's Synchronicity album. If you have a copy of that, or at least an original copy of that, it's actually see-through purple.
I have a clear one, so I know what you mean.
But it's black enough where it'll play on the laser turntable.
Is that the only thing?
So let me see. So like picture discs and colored vinyl won't play. Clear vinyl won't play. So it has to be either black or pretty darn close to black for it to play properly.
Okay.
So which covers 95%
Right.
of most records. Yeah.
So if that's the case, seeing it isn't a needle that like hiccups over the scratches, will it play over the scratches, or does it?
So 99.9% of the time, yes. And in fact, what you can do is you can adjust the depth of the laser so that, say, if it's a record that's well worn in one segment of the groove, you can lower the laser to a different part of that same groove and often get it sounding much better than it would on a traditional turntable because it's hitting a different part of the groove.
So like we have found, we like to go to flea markets, and we like to, we just like to go like vinyl hunting.
Mm-hmm.
And
I love you people.
yeah, we're awkward vinyl hunters.
Woohoo!
It's perfect.
Awkward vinyl.
Yeah.
We should get some shirts made up.
Yeah,
Anyway, go on.
I actually wanted to buy a shirt today. It says, I like to play in dirt. And so I was like, oh, I don't need to buy a t-shirt today. Like, I had to talk myself out of buying it.
I feel that.
But, so we go and we find them. And so at a previous job, somebody was, they have this huge yard sale, like their family does, like every year or whatever. And somebody donated to their yard sale a whole slew of vinyl. And so they said, hey, do you want me just to like grab you a whole bunch and whatever. And I was like, sure. So we're going through, and whatever it said on the outside, I was like, yeah, we'll take that one too. We get it home, and it's one of the Beatles, like, I can't remember which one, but it was like one that you can't really find anywhere. But one side, you can only get one song to play.
Oh.
So my question is, would something like one of the laser players be able to like play that? Because it has like scratches through it.
So there's a very good chance that it could play it. Yeah.
Adjacent.
Yep.
You know what's coming up, right? My birthday. He got me a record player for Christmas one year. So now we just need to, see what we can do.
Not. I don't want this to be a big market teaser or anything, but watch the video first, because it goes through all the various caveats, pluses, minuses, and all that stuff. I love mine. Absolutely love it to death. And there's some records that I've been listening to for years, and I play it on this thing, and it's like a completely new listening experience. It's amazing. Yeah.
Well, Adjacent now knows where to go and watch a video.
There you go.
For when he needs to look at what he's going to get me for my birthday. I mean, it's either that or like a new cute something that I can't use anymore because we went through a whole pandemic and now I work from home and I have no place to like wear cute shoes or a cute purse or anything. I think I just need to start going to the grocery store so I can wear my cute shoes again.
There you go.
Because I literally like walk to the workshop. You don't need to wear cute shoes.
Yeah.
The 15 feet from the door to the workshop.
But nobody's saying that you can't.
Right, but there's no place to put them in the workshop. Did you see how small it is?
That's fair. That is fair.
Like where?
Yeah.
And I can't sit in there. Yeah. Anyways. Okay. So
yes. So Jerfo the Music Addict. So
correct.
It came about because when I finally decided to stream on Twitch, the Music Addict was taken and Jerfo was taken. You'd be shocked how many Jerfos there are in this world.
I was shocked that you got just Jerfo on Instagram.
Because that came from, I was on Facebook like way, way, way back. And I think once they did their integration with Instagram, any Facebook usernames automatically got transitioned to Instagram. And I think I was the first Jerfo on Facebook. So I think that's how I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I first like went to tag you in something, I saw like just Jerfo pop up, and I was like, no, that can't be it. I just kept going.
That's me. That's
Yeah.
me. But yeah, there's like the Jerry Fogels of the world who decide to take the Jer from Jerry and Fo from Fogel. I know it sounds ridiculous, but the first one that I ran into, that's exactly what it was. And then it's possible that in some other countries, like it could, I don't know, it could be some incredibly obscene word for all I know, but that's, like I couldn't even get it on YouTube when I started in YouTube, like back in 2009. It was already taken with one of those sling your guitar around your back video kind of people. Yeah, the original Jerfo was that.
I see.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that, but I would knock myself out.
I would be, as a guitarist, I would be I've had too many incidents with guitar straps where I'm not going to do that.
No?
Even with strap locks, which supposedly lock things in, I would not depend on it because I could just envision those guitars going flying and, no.
I would
Can't do it.
My thought would be less that the guitar, because I can't play guitar. I actually took guitar lessons.
Oh, you did?
I did for like 2 times. So this is what happened. My dad used to play guitar, and when I was pregnant with our oldest, he gave me the guitar because he used to tell me how good he was at playing guitar and singing. But as a little kid, I used to dance to it and think he was the best because he was my dad, you know? As an adult. But so I wanted to learn how to play, and I wanted to learn how to play on his guitar, so I went and started to learn when I was pregnant.
Okay.
So I took my first lesson, and I took my second lesson, and then the guitar was too far away.
I get that.
And then I never tried again.
Yep.
Because then I had a baby, and then the baby was a toddler, and then we had another baby, and so I've never actually like really played the guitar other than those 2 lessons. So I don't really know about the whole guitar letting go thing. I just know that if I tried to do any fancy moves, I would knock myself out. That's really...
It's a risk.
Yeah. Yep. Serious risk. But I, too, have a really long name on Twitch, which it is a thing sometimes.
Yep.
And you're like... It's a really... Yeah. People with short names don't know what it's...
That's when you appreciate autocomplete on your phone, because you just type in @JE, and that's generally one of the choices that my phone gives me now is the full JerfoTheMusicAddict. That's exceptionally helpful. Technology can be a real boon sometimes. I
have a love-hate relationship with autocorrect.
Oh, sure, we all do.
Yeah. Yeah. I have mistyped the same word and pressed send on the same word so many times in chats because I was like, there's no way I could have autocorrected again, and you're just like type, because if you're doing it on mobile, like you can only see a certain amount.
Yeah.
And so like you try to get back and you're like, no, it's fine. And you push it and you're like, just, yeah, it's a hard.
Yeah.
So I definitely have a love-hate. But yeah, I've only typed your name out like on my phone a couple times, but it knows. It knows.
That's good, because yeah, that's no fun to type all the way out, especially if you're doing the correct capitalization. Yeah.
Yeah. And I
That's
do.
no
I
fun.
try to make sure that when we do any kind of capitalizations, I do them correctly
right
here on the show.
Nice.
Much to my frustration sometimes, because I know that some people, like Island Adjacent, just when we started streaming, did the capitalization, which made me happy. But it used to be Island Adjacent, one word, lowercase, and I was like, and I was like, no, that's 2 words, and there should be 2 capitalizations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should I be Jaden?
Yeah, just add a whole bunch of underscores to it.
Yeah. How do you know how many underscores that is?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Multiple underscores. How do you know how many underscores it is? Where does one end and one begin?
Well, this is getting very deep and philosophical.
It really is. When did you join Twitch? You mentioned a long time ago on YouTube.
Yeah.
But when did you make the jump?
I think... I don't think I actually created a user account until sometime, during the pandemic. And I was actually just looking at this the other day. My first live stream was towards I think it was November 6th of 2020. So I've been on for almost a couple years, effectively, as a streamer.
So you're coming up. Do you have any plans to do anything for your 2 years?
I still haven't celebrated my 1,000 followers yet. And, I'm up to about, am I at 1,200? I lost count. Anyway, I was supposed to do a day-long songwriting and recording stream. My intention is it still is to write and record an album during one stream.
Wow.
I've allowed myself that it can be mixed off stream, but I will write it and record it. In fact, I think I'm going to try to do it on Monday.
Oh, wow.
This is not a tease. This is not to get everybody to follow my channel. This is not everybody.
No, but people should follow your channel. I mean, you're here. This is what we do here. We talk to people that are amazing, and we want you to go follow people that are amazing. So people should go follow your channel.
But you should do it.
You should definitely do it. You said hi to Luke, LJP.
Yep.
And he does a lot of stuff on there as well, live making up of music on his stream.
Yeah, we're not on speaking terms after he we wore the bald cap thing on the last Dino Stream Fest. I don't know if I've forgiven him for that.
Oh, wow.
No.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not at all true. Luke is awesome. We love Luke.
I don't think it's in the Lorem Ipsum. We're gonna watch that, but you go the other way a decent amount on yours. You have a wig.
I have 2 wigs, in fact. Yes, depending on what kind of mood I'm in. If I feel, like if I want to be, a real D-bag, I can put on my Justin Bieber style wig. Or if I want to do the metal thing and, bring out my, inner Annie Bonsignor head banging, then I will wear the long black hood. So there we go. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. Yeah.
So is it just like at your whim? Is it like channel points?
Typically, it's a channel point thing.
Okay.
Yeah. The other day, I did it as a freebie, which is a very unusual occurrence. But, so I just recently had the Joshua Travis start, and I'm not just saying that for the emphasis. That's literally his channel name, the Joshua Travis, start hanging out on my stream, and he's awesome. So I visited his, and he also has a similar haircut to mine. So I made in his chat, I made some sort of comment to that effect, and he immediately put on an afro and started playing, and it was the funniest thing. So the next time I was on and he was in my chat, I gave him some free hair as well, because he had certainly earned it.
So what was that name again, so that Jason can give him?
The Joshua Travis.
So I need to understand here. You put on hair, and that's fine, but LJP can't want to be bald for a day?
Yeah, it's just a thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Just wanted to make sure I understood.
Yeah.
Every once in a while you need to understand the rules.
That's the rules. That's the line. We were talking about crossing the line earlier.
Yeah.
That's the line right there.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Bald people can say things and do things about hairy people. Is what's how we refer to you guys.
Okay.
The haired.
The haired.
And it's okay.
All right.
If haired people say things about us bald people, that's crossing the line.
What if you are haired, but you just want to be bald? Can you just can I, as a haired person, just take it all off?
I mean, first of all, this conversation is already making me uncomfortable. But
I just need to know the rules.
But yeah,
it's really hot today. Can I just take it all off?
It's sure. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
It's
just wanted
fine.
to make sure.
Okay.
And Jason is right. He's haired-ish in most places.
Okay. It's again very uncomfortable. This is. I'm gonna have a sip of my drink and let's change topics, shall we?
Okay, we shall.
Oh, good night, Olivia.
All right. Moving on. Before stream, we were talking about you had just gone on vacation to Disney.
Yeah.
And I let you know that I love Disney.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped our conversation because I was like, no. We got to talk about this.
Yeah.
Because you said you really enjoyed it.
I did.
And you had never been before.
I had never been. And it was truly emotional. Like when you drive into that area and there's the big arch, welcome to Disney. It is, as a older gentleman going to Disney for the first time, it was like it was a real legit moving experience.
Yeah. Did you go to all the parks, one park?
Let me see. So we went to Magic Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Epcot.
Mm-hmm.
And my son and I went to Hollywood Studios while Frosty and the girls went to Animal Kingdom.
Very nice.
So yeah, not all of them, but for
Mm-hmm.
a week, that's a pretty decent representation.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would have to say, the emotional piece. My brain is not stuck for questions. I've got so many things I want to say. My brain just has this problem where it's all the things, and so there's a block. Which one to say first? So emotionally, it is a big thing for me because my dad and my mom took me growing up, and then my parents separated, and my dad took my brother and I to Paris and to California to the Disneys, and then when Jason and I took our girls that was a crazy experience.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, here's this, it's a whole different thing. And my dad had talked about it before, but as a kid, you're like, like, sure, Dad.
Yeah.
But as an adult, you're like, oh, yeah, no,
It's a real thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
You have a mosquito on your forehead. There we go.
I know. I've just kind of, we've got a lot of plants around. What out of, so I have a different love affair with each of the parks. So I could tell you why I love each one of them, but which one was your favorite, or why did you like them all equally, or whatever you had for feelings towards them?
So I'm still processing it, but I think just in general, that feeling of when you first walk into the Magic Kingdom, especially since I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't know that once I got to the park that there was still going to be transit involved to actually get into the Magic Kingdom. Like, I just thought that you'd park, you'd walk up to the gates, you'd scan in your tickets, and boom, you were in. But no, I didn't realize that there was a tram ride followed by a monorail ride, and then you walk through the gates.
Yeah.
And it's that moment of walking through the gates, and it's like, wow, this is I've entered a fairy tale.
It is.
It's so that one moment really just like that really hit me.
Yeah, and I think they do such an amazing job of like their theming, and the fact that like when you're on Main Street, you are on Main Street.
Yeah.
And when you move from Main Street to Tomorrowland, there is a section where you're not really like anywhere, you're between, but then you are in Tomorrowland, and you're not in Main Street at all.
Yep.
And it's just, that to me is so crazy. Jason and I actually went to Disney on our honeymoon, and we went on this Keys to the Kingdom tour, and there's actually a whole slew of tunnels underneath the park. And so like Stitch, who belongs in Tomorrowland, is not allowed to go into Fantasyland, because he is not part of that story.
Yeah.
Only princesses are. Princesses are not allowed to go over to Tomorrowland because they don't.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And so they have to go in the tunnels to get from like the changing area over to it. They cannot walk through lands.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
And it's they have part of it that we saw was this line on the ground, and for parades and stuff, when you're getting ready, you're not allowed to go beyond that line unless you are 100% ready. So like characters that may, have really hot costumes, aren't allowed to not be completely dressed and ready to go.
Yep.
In beyond that line.
Yep.
They have to make sure that they finish their costume, and then they can walk past that line. Because they're all about making sure that magic does not get ruined.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy to me.
And let me tell you, it was hot. Going to Disney in July, not highly recommended from a weather standpoint.
Yeah. Jason will tell you the same thing. Our anniversary's July 12th. So honeymoon. Yep.
There you go. Yep.
Mm-hmm. But October wasn't much better. That's when we decided we thought we would go, because there's a food and wine festival.
Yeah.
And they have little food places all around Epcot, which is as an adult, one of my favorite places to go.
Yeah. They were doing that while we were there. They were doing the festival.
Is it the food and wine, or was it the art?
No, it was the food and wine.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
Yep.
The problem is, just like holiday creep, like now you can already get like Christmas or Halloween stuff out.
Yeah.
They're starting to do that with their festivals as well.
Yep.
Which makes it a little less special. So, but there's a walkway in Epcot that I feel like there's just like this sense of magic for me, because there was one year that we went, I don't even know when it was, that there was this guy that was smoking a cigar. So obviously it was whenever you could still do that.
Yeah.
but like the clove type cigar smell,
Mm-hmm.
that I can still smell it in that location
Yeah.
because it's just that memory.
Of course. Yeah.
And so walking through that place, yeah, it was kind of, I don't know, every time. That's what
Yeah, I feel that.
yeah. There's different things. My brain just kind of is like, Disney. I miss it so incredibly much, but I also have no want to go down there in this heat.
Yeah, it was pretty intense, but we did it. We did it. We soldiered through it, and we had a great time, and would do again. Just probably not in July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy how the weather can fluctuate down there so much, actually, because there's sometimes when even in the winter it can be super hot like that. But I also know that I've been to Disney in my winter coat.
Wow.
So it's just, and when we were getting ready to go for our October trip, 2018, I think, it was like good temps, like 100-degree weather the whole time we were there. Like, it was crazy. We were like, oh, the weather is great. This is gonna be awesome. Yep. And I made Jason dress up as a fox while we were there for Halloween.
Some would say he already is a fox.
I know, an old lady did. Yep. It's my favorite Disney story. Yeah, he was dressed. Have you seen Zootopia? You have younger kids?
The girls have seen. I think the girls have seen it. I have not seen it. I know.
Well,
I know what movie you're talking
yeah.
about, but I've not seen it.
There's a character that's a fox, and so we all went as a cast of Zootopia for Halloween. And as we were walking through, the lady told me, "Your husband's quite the fox."
Cheers, fox. Username changed to Island Fox. Fox Islands.
All right, so let's take a little break right here, and not break.
Okay.
Let's watch one of your highlights that you sent over. So on your channel, tell me a little bit about the music that you play there.
So, pretty much everything that I do on stream is entirely improvised. So no two streams are alike. So I will improvise. I have I use what's called an MPC Touch, and I will generally create a drum beat on that, and then just layer things on top of it. So layer bass, layer guitar, layer keyboard parts, and then I play over the top. I melt faces and I warm hearts is what I tell people.
That is what your tagline is.
Yeah.
Now, did you kind of move into that kind of like fully improv thing? Because the one that we have today feels less improv because you have two different T-shirts in it.
So that was kind of a special thing because that was like right after I had quit my full-time job, because in like it was almost exactly a year ago now that I'd been working in IT for 25 years, and I just decided I can't do it anymore. Cannot do it anymore. I have to live my passion, and my passion is music.
Mm-hmm.
So shortly after I quit my job, I did a couple of day-long streams, and so this song that we're about to watch, the first day was I'd had this idea in my head while I was on vacation that first week after I'd quit my job. Like, I woke up one morning and this song idea kind of came in my head. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do a live stream where I flesh out the idea. So I had like a basic idea for the song's melody and the basic idea for the song's words, which are, I don't know if you're familiar with where lorem ipsum came from, but for those of you who aren't, there's this kind of universal placeholder text. It's this little Latin paragraph that folks will use, like say if they're building a web page or a document or something, and they want to fill it with template text before the real text comes in, especially to show people that this is not ready for public consumption yet, so we're putting fake text in here. But I decided to build a song around that. And I just took little bits and pieces of words from that text that I thought kind of fit nicely into the song. So I the first day I kind of wrote and recorded the first, like, say 2/3 of the song, and then when you see the shirt change, that was when I finally got around to doing the second stream of finishing the song, and that was so much fun. So that was a rare occasion where it was an actual songwriting and recording stream and not improvised. Although, again, I was kind of, other than having those basic ideas for the song, I was kind of fleshing things out on the fly. But that was those were definitely unusual for me streams.
More like what you might do, not as a teaser, but maybe on Monday. People should go and follow you.
Yeah, except on Monday will probably, because I'm going to have a day to record a whole crap ton of songs.
Crap ton.
So
I like that terminology.
It's going to be,
use it all the time.
It's going to be nice, kind of short. They have to be short and succinct things if I'm going to do a whole bunch of them in a day. So that's going to be super stressful, because right now I have no ideas in my head.
Oh, good.
So this is going to be absolutely putting me on the spot to just, like, out of nowhere come up with a whole bunch of songs, and I think it's going to be a ton of fun. And if I fall flat on my face, then that's entertaining in a completely different regard. Yeah.
All right, so we are going to watch Lauren Ipsum.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back to you all after it is over.
Brilliant. Enjoy.
As long as my buttons work. All right, let's try it.
Some sentiment, lorem ipsum essa est, lorem ipsum nul dolor, lorem ipsum labrum est, lorem ipsum's on the phone. Lorem ipsum knows that you are all alone. He sees your kids, he's at their school. 'Cause lorem ipsum's no one's fool. Lorem ipsum has your wife. Lorem ipsum stole your car, your job, your life. He's at the door, he'll break it down. 'Cause Lorem ipsum owns this town. 'Cause Lorem ipsum owns this town. Lorem ipsum owns this town. his hand, his end of days. He'll bite the pill and waste away. So bite the pill and waste away. So bite the pill and waste away.
That's the end.
That's the end.
That's the end.
There's, I was saying that I really was hoping for that, like, that big, like, dun 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 dun, dun ta. It's just not there. There's just
No. No, it's pretty abrupt.
Yeah, it's
But
like
Lorem Ipsum is kind of an abrupt sort of character.
it is.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You definitely gave Laura. So, did you know that there's actually a Twitch user named Brad Lorem Ipsum?
I'm not entirely surprised by that.
He streams a drinking bird. So this feels very theme song. But yeah, it's definitely it definitely feels like a character you've written Lorem Ipsum out to be.
Yeah, because I just, for some reason, it popped into my head that, not only was Lorem Ipsum going to be a person, but Lorem Ipsum was going to be a really bad person, a really bad guy. And I just kind of went with it. Like, this is, kind of, gangster type. This is my town. You don't mess with me in my town. If you mess with me, I will find you and I will kill you. That kind of thing.
I don't know what Brad is like because only the bird.
Yeah.
Now, some of you may notice that the camera is moving slightly, and it may be changing focus, and you may feel like you're on a little bit of a trip. But that would absolutely be because I did trip over the camera, and it went pew. But yeah, now Jason is trying to fix my mistake.
That's okay. It's, it is honestly, I think it's a minor miracle that this is working as well as it is. I don't mean this as any slight to you. There's a lot of complexity here. If you peel back the curtain, which I've seen now, it's yeah. Everybody's okay. Everybody's fine. I'm fine. How are you?
Oh yeah, we're fine.
We're good. Yes.
I'm just a klutz.
Dignity bruised, but otherwise we're good.
Oh, my dignity went out a long time ago.
Fair.
I have not had any since, at least the 90s. So it's fine. It's fine. Hello, welcome in. So yeah, very intense fellow.
Yeah.
Now, so when you stream, you lay down the tracks. When you put this YouTube piece together, did you take like the video of that piece?
Yeah, so the YouTube video is just simply a compilation of thank you, Anonymous.
Thanks, Anonymous.
Of just like all the moments where I had the keeper tracks that I ended up using on the the end result that you guys heard. So yeah, I mean, it was kind of a quick and dirty editing job, but
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of a making of video. But yeah, if you wanted to watch the whole thing, the VODs were 8 hours a piece. If you want to slog through that, you're more than welcome to.
So yeah, so each of the little boxes are like the different layers of
Yeah.
of how you put it together.
Yeah. The big thing that's missing was the drums, because I don't have a great full drum kit set up in my studio anymore. That was something I had to kind of sacrifice in order to make a YouTube filming space, which is separate from the Twitch filming space. So I had to do that all on pads, and I just didn't think that would be very interesting to sit and watch me doing this for 6 or 7 minutes. So that part I didn't put into that video, but people who saw me on stream could see me create the beats that way.
I think that all of that is really interesting, how you can layer in such a way. Like, when you're putting it together like that, how do you decide what is going to sound like? Is it just all on feel? Is like what do you draw upon in order to like decide what to do next?
Yeah, so it's interesting. So, I have to go in with at least some idea in my head of what I'm going to do. So again, in this case, I kind of had a vague outline of, what I wanted a verse to sound like and what I wanted a chorus to sound like.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would start by creating. I'm pretty sure in this case I started with, for the most part, started with the drums, which kind of 90% of the time that's what you would do anyway. If you're doing all this stuff by yourself, you'd start with the drums and layer stuff on top of that. And then very often it would be bass next. So you'd get the drums, and then you kind of get your bass rhythm section together, so that when you're playing guitar over it and when you're singing over it, kind of everything will kind of fall into place from there, and you'll have the feel of the song even if you don't have the melody down yet. But yeah, it is kind of an amazing feeling though when it starts from up here, and then you're eventually able to translate it, and stuff will sort of change over time. Like happy accidents will occur, and you'll be like, oh, I didn't mean for that to happen, but actually that was really cool. I'm going to go with that. So I feel like that happened a lot on this song. And then, like that, the after the guitar solo, that bridge part that happens, or kind of this crazy unison that's happening between the bass and the guitar, that just started off as an idea in my head, and like, okay, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to execute this, but let's give it a go and see how it works. That was hard to play, but that was so much, and that was I kind of learned it on the spot on stream, and it was fun. It's so much fun. I need to do it again.
Do you have professional training, or is this something that you kind of self-taught?
So I took guitar lessons starting at age 8 through age 13. So I do have formal lessons going way back, but I've been self-taught for years since then, with the exception of one. I took one guitar lesson at the start of the pandemic. There's a legendary jazz guitarist named Oz Noy, who's amazing. And when the pandemic came, like, he went from being able to like gig 4 or 5 days a week to like nothing overnight. So in order to make some money, he started doing lessons over Skype, is what he did. And so I said, you know what, this would be a great opportunity to study with one of my idols for, what at the time was like a pretty reasonable fee, like super reasonable. What a humbling experience. Holy crap. Because he's just so good. And, I think, I'm a pretty decent player. He just absolutely, like, just humbled me in the nicest of ways, but it was an exceptionally humbling and very educational experience. And hopefully sometime in the next few years I'll be ready for my next lesson with him. I'm still working through the material that he gave me in that 1 hour. Yeah, it was crazy.
That sounds crazy. Well, I hope he's still doing online lessons.
Yeah, that's true. I know he occasionally posts stuff from his students, so I know that he's still doing it. But he's also going back to gigging, and he's actually does a lot of master classes too, which is something that I want to start doing.
Oh, nice.
So kind of one to many style teaching, because I think I have a reasonable amount to offer in that regard. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was just. Oh, Davey last night was talking about how John plays music. Was just working with Emily McVicker, and doing a whole thing over like looping, and they had done like a collab and taught some different things, and each person brought together some different things that they taught. Mm-hmm. When we got sidetracked with a very hairy conversation, I was talking about LJP and how he does some improv stuff, and I was wondering, have you done any collabs? Are you interested in doing collabs? What is your stance on Twitch collabs and even like learning collabs, like that kind of, or teaching collabs, I guess.
So I've recorded some bass tracks for Luke. So his song "Stronger Than the Devil's Will," I play bass on that. It's an amazing song. I think it might be my favorite song of Luke's. And "My Backyard," I also play bass on that.
I really like that song.
He went and bought himself a bass, so I don't know if he's going to be needing my services anymore, which I'm not offended by at all, Luke. But all right, maybe I'm offended a little bit. But no, so I've done that for him, and then I desperately need to record a solo for Arca Jazz. I don't know if you guys know Arca Jazz. Arca's an incredible musician, guitarist, keyboardist, saxophone player, like just an incredible all-around musician. He recorded kind of a like a Herbie Hancock groove style track that he sent to me a few weeks ago to record a solo over, and I just have not had a chance to get to it yet, and I hope he's not super offended that I haven't had a chance to record it yet.
Well, if he's like the rest of us, he must understand
Yeah.
that life is crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, so I am definitely all for collaborations. But usually I'm like the big bottleneck in the collaboration because somebody will take the time to send something to me, and I'll be like, oh crap, when am I going to find the time to do this? But I really want to do it.
So one thing that we actually did on the channel, and we need to do it again soon, and I'm not putting you on the spot right now, but definitely think about it. We did it with Corey Clark Live and Dimple Cheeks. Dimple, singular dimple, multiple cheeks. It's the only thing I can remember. I think 3 S's. She is an artist, and he does a lot of improv,
Mhm.
and so
I
they
know
were,
Corey, yeah.
they were going off of each other. So he was watching her art and changing his improv based on that, and she was listening to his music, and doing her art off that.
I would love that.
So, definitely you don't have to commit right now, but think about that because that is definitely something that we would be interested in.
Yes.
We're always looking for improv people because you can't really, if you're not into improv, it would be really hard to do. But yeah, that's something that it was such a magical experience because it started, the experience started with basically Dimples was really vibing off of him,
Mm-hmm.
but then she did something and you could feel the music change, and that's when you're like, oh, like that's when you're like, oh my goodness, like it hit a whole different level because like it definitely wasn't something you expected. So I don't know, it was a very
I'm
magical.
all in on that.
Yeah,
Yep.
Perfect, awesome. Well, we'll definitely try to see what we can do for that. It was an amazing experience. Okay, so for today though, I think we're gonna play a little bit of a game.
Ooh.
And we are going to need a Jason. He's going to come and help explain this. I
Okay.
don't know if this is on or not. You'll have to see. All right. You can look and read.
Like my
first.
chat. Hello?
Is that on or off?
How'd you not get
What's on?
burned on the way by?
I know, it's really scary.
Yeah.
My head's going to be in the thatch now.
Yep. I can change this. This one didn't get kicked. Let's see. Give it a second.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit of a lag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It should go. Look, there I am. There we go. Now you're a little further. I think your head's still in the thatch, but
Okay.
it's
A little
fine.
bit. My head
Real life?
is literally in the real thatch.
The real thatch.
So it's art imitating life.
Yep.
Wow. That's deep.
It's so deep. All right. Do you want to explain how this game's going to work?
Sure. We're going to play a real life version
Yeah.
of a game we tried out last stream, right?
Yeah.
Of Heads Up.
Yep.
So in this version, I've given both Jerfo and Vibing a list of words,
Yeah.
and
On our
it has a
phones.
category. We went with food this time. Last time we did animals.
Animals.
We're going with food.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave them each a list, and they are going to go down the list one by one, and try to get you in chat
You
to
in
say
chat.
the word. And we're gonna have a clock. I'm gonna keep the
You're
clock.
gonna be the clock.
It's not gonna be on screen. I'll be
No.
the clock.
Okay.
I did not make a clock on
I,
screen. Jason will tell us.
I keep time as good as a Rolex. So
Whoa.
no.
No, he has a phone.
No, I have a phone. I don't know how well it keeps time, so but close enough. So we're gonna put 60 seconds on my phone clock, and I don't know who should go first. Maybe vibing.
Would you like me to go first?
Yeah, go first.
Jerfo's choice.
You look a little like deer in the headlights.
No, I'm totally good.
Totally good.
All right.
He's a pro at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been practicing.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go back to my mod share
Okay.
All right.
and say go.
Okay. All right.
Are you
Awesome.
gonna get out of
All right.
thatch now?
Yep.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Don't burn myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Careful.
Don't
Careful.
burn.
Ah! Ah! King Damnbreaker, how you doing, bud? Nice to see you. King Damnbreaker, I'm relying on you when it's my turn. We're gonna be of one mind, okay? You feeling me? I'm feeling you.
All right. I am. I'm ready when you are there, adjacent. You just gotta. Oh, hold on. I actually want to turn up my screen brightness so I can read this with my old lady eyes. Well, I mean, you can look at the list later. You just need the clock. I got your 6. Arco, help. I need you guys. Come on. Joe, horror host, I need you. All right.
The suspense is killing me.
I know. I know. All right, but
Okay.
no, all right, you gotta. All right, thanks, Arco. You gotta say it out loud. You can't just do it in chant. All right, so it's like milky Jello. It comes in like chocolate and vanilla, and yes, and that's correct, pudding. So you have it with spaghetti, but it's like from animals, and you can play Foursquare with it, and it's on top of spaghetti, and it's all covered with cheese. And when I sneezed, it rolled off the top of the spaghetti and out the door. Like, on top of spaghetti. That's it. Yes, meatball. Thank you.
Frosty?
You eat this with cheese and you can. Ritz is a brand. And you can put peanut butter on it as well, I guess. And so, yes, crackers is correct. Oh, this is like on syrup. You put syrup on it, and it's a big part of Stranger Things. And you put, oh, that's it. Yep. I'll stop saying words now. Oh, Arco got it. Yeah. All right, so
Okay,
I got.
How many was that?
All right, pudding, meatballs, cracker, and waffles.
Wow.
Thank you,
Okay.
Frosty.
That's gonna. Yeah, yeah. We need to talk, Frosty.
No, Frosty's my favorite. No, you all are my favorite. You did great. Yeah, remember? Oh, scoreboard. Yes, points. All right, put it on. Should come on. Oh, I didn't put your name on the board when you came on. I forgot that button. There it is.
Panda, that's the name of the next jam, by the way. I am lagged to heck.
Well, there you go. There's one for Monday.
Yep.
All right. Do we want Panda to be able to like refresh?
I got King Damnbreaker, so I feel like I'm good.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Okay.
Cleveland, thank you so much for
6
those 6 months. Frosty is good. Jerfo's turn.
Okay. Okay, this is a circular pastry item that is very sweet. You can go to Krispy Kreme to get one. There used to be a place called Dunkin' This. They're quite delicious. Homer Simpson loves them.
Got it.
Thank you. This is a meat that comes from a cow. You can get a flank version or a filet mignon.
Got it.
Thank you, Panda. Panda, you're the best. Okay, this is another circular pastry item, but this is more of the savory variety. This is the type that you bake and boil. You could go to a place called Brugger's to get one. Thank you, Frosty. This is a large gourd, but not quite as large as a pumpkin. It's related to the pumpkin. This is also, you could use this as a verb if you want. You can blank something, say if you step on it. So,
Got it.
thank you. You usually get a birthday blank. So, this is the thing that you eat at your birthday, a birthday blank.
Oh, got it.
Woo!
How
Did
would
I
you get?
do it?
You did.
Let me see. Donut, steak, bagel, squash, cake. I got 5.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. All right, one more round. See if you can keep your lead.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah, one
Crud.
more round.
Fine.
All right.
Whew, I gotta load up for this next round.
Get some Pepsi. All right. Yes. Don't threaten me with a good time.
The Frosty says that to me all the time. It's the strangest thing.
All right. So you can put pepperoni on it and pineapple and ham. Pineapple is a controversy, but you can do that as well. And they're round. Yep, pizza. So not a chicken, and you can have it at Thanksgiving, and it goes. Yep, turkey. So it makes sauce, and I grow it in my garden, and they're round and red, and they come in cherry and grape and tomatoes. And these are, it's like a pizza, but it can also be a fruit or a chicken pot. One of these. And then pie, that's correct. In the morning you can have a blueberry one of these, or you can have like all different kinds, as long as you know the guy that lives on Drury Lane. That's correct, a muffin. Bob Laho loves this, and it comes from cold milk. Nothing. Rocks comes in. Come on, that counts, right? Those are ice cream emotes.
I'm leaving it up to you because I have no idea what the legitimate stream lag is. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Okay, I think that's fair. Bring me rocks. I'll remember this though.
I was gonna say kazoo, but it's food. All right, we got pizza, turkey, tomato, pie, muffin, and ice cream. I got 6.
Wow, that's that. I'm gonna go on record and saying that that's unbeatable. But I'll do my utmost as I ponder. Like, what if I invent the edible kazoo? I feel like that's doable. Anyway, okay. This is gonna be tough.
Are you gonna add noises to yours?
All right. This is a tropical fruit that's delicious on pizza, regardless of what people say. Specifically, a Hawaiian pizza that features ham and this delicious fruit. Thank you very much. This is an Italian delicacy. You typically put, spaghetti sauce on top of it. Spaghetti is a form of this thing, in fact. Macaroni is a form of this thing. Ziti, thank you. This is another tropical fruit. This is kind of a difficult one to describe, so I'm going to really fail at this one.
You
but if
can
you could
skip it.
just okay, all right, I'm going to skip this one. Oh, thank you. We got it. Thank you, Stephen
got
Cleveland. All right, you're amazing. Okay, this is a green leafy vegetable that grows in the ground. You have this in a salad. The other one. The other green leafy. Thank you.
Got it.
Okay, clam blank. It's a soup. Clam broth. Us people in New England pronounce it differently than the rest of the world. Chowder. That's right. This is a either a corn or a flour thing that you fold it and you put things inside of it like ground beef and cheese and lettuce. Oh, chowder. Thank you. Yeah, it was close. It was taco. It was taco. I failed you all.
How many did you get?
Oh, I don't know. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5, but no 6. Choco taco. Wow. So does that mean we tie overall, or is whoever? Okay. Wow. Well done.
That was
Go
good job.
us.
Yeah.
I think we did pretty well, actually.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job.
Thanks.
You were pretty nervous about that. But
I
you
was
did a great
exceptionally
job.
nervous about this. I still am, and I've done it.
Yeah, you did it. You did a great job.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you.
Like I told you before, I have a pretty decent practice in this in real life.
Wow.
Because I don't know how to say words. When I try to explain, like, say the word cat, I
Word-
said, the thing that meows.
Words is hard.
Words are hard, yeah. Trophies for all. Not
Yay.
even participation trophies.
Yeah. Real trophies, bona fide trophies.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I know it.
Thank you.
So we've talked about lots and lots of things.
Yeah, we have.
We've listened to some of your music.
Mm-hmm.
We've played some games.
Yep.
And
Is this when you kick me out? Is that what you're getting at?
yeah.
I don't have to go home, but I can't stay here?
Yeah, the neighbors might be having a bonfire. I don't know.
I get that.
You said that potentially Monday you might be doing a thing.
I think that's the plan. I think that I would like to do a day-long songwriting and recording stream on Monday. And whatever comes out of it is going to be released on Bandcamp.
No matter
Yeah,
what.
No matter what. So if it's a hot mess, then it's a hot mess that's going to be released on Bandcamp.
Can that be the name of it if it is a hot mess?
A hot mess?
Yeah, we'll just call it
Ooh,
Call it what it
Call
is.
it what it is. Yeah.
Otherwise, we can call it. What was the name that was said earlier? Can't remember. We had named it earlier, I think.
We'll have to go through back
Yeah,
through
go
chat.
back
but
through
it was-
chat. I
Whatever
forgot.
Panda said.
Yeah, Panda, you know what
Panda's
you
the boss.
said.
Panda is one of my amazing mods on the channel. If you've ever heard my song Panda, she's the best mod in the world, as it turns out.
Nice. I will have to kind of fight you on that. I mean, we have the best mods. in the
Yeah, I
world.
know. Everybody says it, but I have the song to prove it. So.
Well, and we don't sing, so
Mm-hmm.
we can't fight you on that one.
Yeah. No, Panda's amazing. So she keeps me in line, and she also reminds me when I'm doing things in a suboptimal way. to put it nicely.
All right then.
Yeah.
So Monday you're gonna do that,
Mhm.
but what is your typical streaming schedule? So
Typical schedule is Monday through Friday, noon Eastern time to 3 p.m.
noon to 3.
Yep.
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. Yep.
Perfect. And other than your day-long writing extravaganza, do you have any other big projects or anything coming up as well?
That's the biggest thing. Oh, other than the fact that I have 5 songs in the queue right now. So one of the things you can do on my channel is if you really like a jam that I do, you can use 20,000 channel points to mandate that I release that jam on Bandcamp. And I have 5 of those in the queue right now.
Wow.
Yep. So I issue the tissues. Thank you, King Damebreaker. That's actually the name of one of them.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Issue the tissues.
That's that sounds like a very heartfelt song.
It actually, so it was, there was some heartfelt discussion that happened on or around the time of that jam. Like so specifically talking about my son, because it's a shared custody thing, and I don't always get to spend time with him. I had spent basically 2 solid weeks with my son, and that afternoon was the afternoon that I was having to take him back to his mom's. And it's extremely emotional. I don't want him to go. So,
Yeah.
So it was, very heartfelt, and I kind of played emotionally to begin with. So yeah, just issue the tissues was the right thing to call it.
Well, I understand that.
Yeah.
You don't put vocals on your tracks all the time.
Most of the time I don't, because I do not consider myself a singer, and in fact I feel like I would. I don't know. I feel like I would be doing people a disservice if I tried to sing all the time. I did for my, was it my 750 follower stream? I did a all covers stream, and I did vocals pretty much all stream long, but that is definitely the exception and not the norm, because unlike some of the amazing singers that you guys have featured on this channel, I need to be auto-tuned, like desperately. So yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Well,
So-
I gotta say the one that we played today didn't sound pretty bad. It
Oh, thank you.
sounded like the right voice for the song.
So it's with enough work, I can make the vocals fit the track, but it needs work. Yeah.
We have two girls, and one of them, things come pretty decently easy to her. The other one, she has to work hard at a lot of things. But she will honey badger her way through it, and it is, just the outcome is just as good. So it really doesn't matter if it's something that comes just as easy or if you have to push your way through it, as long as it gets done in the end.
There is a clip. There's a very recent clip of me on Twitch singing about 10 or 15 seconds worth of Bohemian Rhapsody. So if you want to hear what I sound like, au natural, because somebody in chat, because what will happen is somebody who's not familiar with the channel will pop into chat and say, "Hey, play this." So one person came in and said, "Hey, can you play the solo from Bohemian Rhapsody?" So I'm like, well, okay, this has absolutely nothing to do with the groove that's going on. But I did slip a few seconds of the solo into the groove anyway. And then over that same groove, which again had nothing to do with Bohemian Rhapsody, I tried to, shoehorn in a few of the lyrics to Bohemian Rhapsody. And again, I'm not Freddie Mercury.
I'm
No.
not either.
No.
Sometimes people come in here on a raid, even if they've been prompted that this is what the channel is, and they ask us when the music will start. We're like, no. That's not what happens.
So, but with a little work, with little post processing, as we say, I can make them work. Like if my first solo album, Silence and Self Reflection, 4 or 5 vocal tracks on that. So there's a lot of singing on that one. But that was a full-fledged studio album. Like I took 3 months off of work to just record that album. That was my job for 3 months was to record it. And so I had the time to get those vocals right.
I think adjacent is right. We are music adjacent, perhaps diagonal.
That's it. That's Jerphonian Rhapsody. That's the one. Thank you. Thank you, Bring Me Rocks.
Rocks, hello. We're music-ish. Everything's a little ish here. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you for
here
having me.
tonight.
This has been amazing.
It's
It's still kind of surreal that, wow, you are real people.
we are real people. Sometimes I don't even realize I'm a real person myself, so I get it. Yeah.
I get that.
Definitely doesn't feel like I'm an adult most days. Don't tell my kids that,
Yeah.
because they would fight me if they knew I didn't think I was an adult. Yeah, that'd be bad.
My girls are so unimpressed by me. So incredibly unimpressed. Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily we have girls that if we do like even the slightest bit of art whatsoever, they're just like, "Oh my god, that is so good." They're really good like cheerleaders. So
That's amazing.
that's great. I'm really proud of that.
Arco, we have not had a cat sighting.
Oh, there
I've
was
seen-
one out there actually.
Oh, okay. I've seen the cat, edifice but I've not actually seen a feline presence.
I didn't want to
this
mention it
point.
in the middle of like, look, cat. But I didn't want to mention it in the middle of the.
We go squirrel.
But yeah, there was Coco did come out while you were in the middle of talking about something. So thank you so much for saying that, Cleveland, and thank you so much for being here tonight. It really means a lot that you would take a little bit of your time. And Frosty, thank you so much for
the hall pass.
For the hall pass and like you get such a small amount of time to be able to come up and visit, and being able to take a little bit of time to come and share with us. It means a lot.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. So Adjacent, do you know what we're gonna do from here?
Yeah. We're gonna go to
Mimi's. All right.
Beautiful.
So some really good friends of ours. Meowly Music. You said Mimi, and then my brain could not come up with her name. And Annie Bonsignor Music. We're gonna go over there. They're together today. There's too much together, IRLs and all that, but we're gonna go over there. We're just gonna go over there. So yeah, IRL, all over the place.
Meowly's awesome, and Annie is like one of my best stream buds, so I'm super excited for this.
I'm gonna press one more button before we head out. We are gonna get tiny. Hey,
Did anybody get it?
what did you say?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know, you're just making up stuff. So, I feel like that's not too bad. I tripped over. Oh, look, there's the cat.
Oh, cat. Hi. It exists.
That's Coco.
It's real and it's fabulous. Or spectacular. Spectacular. Sorry.
I tripped over a chord once, and I forgot to add the audio source to our ending scene. I feel like that's not too bad.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty good.
Did the cat wave back? I think if the cat had a middle finger to give, it might have possibly, because that's, just a cat. But no, it's kind of staring at. Yeah. Hi.
She hasn't started yelling yet.
Hi.
She normally does.
You are beautiful, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Carly, we have Carly on Monday at 7:30. On Tuesday, we have Kumari Sky
Nice.
at 10 p.m. On Thursday, we have Scotty Makes Music at 10 p.m. And then right back here, IRL at the Tiki Hideaway, we have Jeanette Music. And we'll be here at 7:30 p.m. on Saturday. And then we'll be heading over to her channel where she's going to do an entire set from here.
Amazing. I do. When you asked me if I had anything else coming up,
Yeah.
I lied.
You
I do
liar.
have something else coming up, because as soon as you said Kamari Sky, I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. The one tiny little hamster wheel that I have in my head was like, wait a minute. I'm raiding into Kamari Sky as part of the Sax Dragon Cultural Exchange on August 27th I'm on at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. She's on at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So there we go.
All right. So another one of the cultural exchanges by Sax Dragon. And so that's 3 p.m. on the 27th, which is a Saturday.
Correct.
So, yeah.
I can't believe I forgot that, because Sax Dragon's the bomb. And how he puts on 72 hours of music every month. Unbelievable.
That's a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot to, I coordinated exactly one festival, and it took me like 2 or 3 months to do it. And it was 18 hours, so 72 hours is just remarkable. He's awesome.
Yeah, we had the luau in July, and that was a thing. Yeah. So, you got the raid all set and ready?
Awesome.
All right, so we're gonna just cue that right up, and thank you all so much for
Thank
being
you.
here, and thank you so much for being here. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And yeah, that's the show, folks. And we hope we'll see you all again real soon. Make sure you grab that raid call and grab onto those coconuts and pineapples.
Yeah. Let me, Ellie, know that you had your face melt. Wait a minute, wrong stream. Wrong stream. Sorry.
You can face melt pineapples.
Oh,
What?
like grilled pineapple?
Oh, I
Grilled
love that.
Oh, it's
There's
so
this
good.
restaurant that does just fresh pineapple, but they put this amazing just mixture of like a little bit of salt, but then like some hot seasoning on it. It's so good, so good. Yeah, spicy,
Yeah.
spicy pineapple.
I'd do that.
The mixture of the salt and the spiciness with the
A little bit of sweet, a little bit of sour.
Mhm.
It's everything.
yeah.
Bye, everybody. We love you lots. Thank you for watching.
Yep, grilled pineapple with Swiss.
Interesting.
I don't know if I would ever think to put Swiss with it. It's interesting.
Thank you for that visual, Frosty.
Yeah, look, melting faces and pineapples.
Melting faces, and hopefully we warmed a few hearts tonight
Yeah.
as I stare creepily into the camera. This is something I do on my channel. I guess I should entice people to come to my channel rather than scaring them away from it.
Thank you so much to our mods that have been here all night
Yeah,
and
thank
who
you,
have come
amazing
in at the
mods.
end.
All right, perfect.
Bye, everyone.